of 180 million people if I don't know what I'm doing? So I became very committed to it. So, I mean, like I said, I'm talking too long because I think this is the forum for it, you know? And then just for the information, I mean, we may finish this, the purpose for which this roundtable town hall meeting is being held by Honorable Minister Information. But yet I can also indulge a few more minutes, you know, after we finish this one, just to touch on one or two things that borders on, you know, mainstream aviation. He formed an opinion that it can be done. But the superior knowledge, the Council for the Regulation of Engineering, who regulates Nigerian Society of Engineers, who regulates the president himself, had took it upon themselves to go to the runway, to carry out integrity tests, to check and see what is there and what is not, and come up with an opinion that what we are doing is correct. So they visited us, they handed us a letter as the regulators of engineering practice in Nigeria that what we are doing is correct. So I became very, very comfortable. To arrive to 6 weeks, I know the tremendous amount of work and thought process that we've gone through. And I had at every point, we started from 18 weeks closure, just for your information. And we brought it down to 6 weeks. It will be 6 weeks of night and day work. We had to indulge the contractor at additional 150 million naira, 150 million naira to charter special cargo airplanes to bring some of the materials in that we don't have. They're coming up with a new technology now. Underneath, or I think in between the structure of the runway, they'll put certain rubberized material that will allow water to drain and prevent it from also coming back up, and so on and so forth. So we indulge them because we want to build the target, and we want to build something that can be sustained. We don't want to build something that 2 years down the line, or 3 years down the line, or 5 years down the line, we'll begin to also say, well, the runway is bad. And so we got a commitment in writing that once this runway is done, the minimum amount of time, or they give us a guarantee, let's put it this way, that the runway will remain intact in excess of 10 years. What happens if you don't beat the deadline 6 weeks? I say I will resign. Yes, I will. Because when I muted the idea, nobody believed me. My luck is a few of my colleagues and the president believe that I cannot be that stupid to take this harsh, deep, huge decision on behalf of 180 million people if I don't know what I'm doing. So I became very committed to it.
This is the Australian International Airshow and Aerospace and Defence Exposition in Melbourne, Australia. Aviation fans gathered to be treated to a plethora of ear-piercing flying shows, military war zone reenactments and displays of the Army's fleet of combat vehicles. Aircraft performing aerial acrobatics include Bayhawk trainers, F-18 Hornet strike fighter and Apache helicopter gunships, among others. On the exhibition stand, aircraft on display include the Lockheed C-130 Hercules, Boeing C-17 Globemaster III, and Russia's Antonov An-124 transport plane installed with 4 engines. An-124 may carry up to 230 tons of goods. More than 60 business aircraft and 50 general-purpose planes produced by the Brazil Aviation Industrial Company, the Gulfstream Aerospace and Dassault Aviation participated in the exposition. The Australian International Airshow and Aerospace and Defence Exposition, which started in 1993, is held every 2 years. It has become one of the largest and most influential aviation exhibitions in the Asian-Pacific region. From the Australian Airshow to France, where the A380 Super Jumbo now has a place of honor in its National Aerospace Museum, granting it equal status with the Boeing 747. The A380 test plane is the fourth to be built and the second to actually fly in 2005, having flown from Toulouse to Abuja near Paris, with 50 technicians who will spend months adapting it for public view. It is the first time Airbus has transferred one of its test planes to a museum, and a victory for curators who, for years, have coveted the world's largest jetliner, designed to carry up to 853 people in all economy seating, or 544 in a standard layout. The plane will see out its retirement alongside a vintage 747, once flown by Air France, and is expected to become a popular tourist attraction when it goes on display in 2018. The plane's pilot and flight engineers say it's hard to let go. Since 2005, the A380 Super Jumbo has been a showstopper at events like Yachts from the Aerospace Museum and the Paris Air Show.
News Flash is next after the break. Do join us again.